Back in the glory days of Fortnite, new weapons were being added to the game every single week. This was pretty cool at the time because Fortnite didn't have all that many weapons. You had your pumps and your tacs, ARs, bursts, pistols, revolvers, some SMGs and some snipers, and some explosives. And that was really it. Some gimmicky weapons came and went, like the guided missile, which is broken and underpowered, and the heavy shotgun, which it could do up to 300 damage or down to 3. But some of these additions were pretty cool and unique, such as the dual pistols, which functioned completely different from the normal pistol, the deagle, the long-range powerful punching hand cannon, the scoped AR, which allowed for more long-range assault, the combat shotgun, which was also perfect for longer ranges, and even some more recent additions like the tactical pistol, which being full auto combined with multiple pistol augments can make this thing overpowered. Pussy. And the Ranger shotgun, a long-range, one-shot shotgun that can deal devastating damage with good aim. Fast forward to now and we get new weapons every other season. Some of these weapons are cool like the two that I just mentioned, but most of them are complete shit. The main reason being is that there's no point for half of these new weapons to exist. Let's take an older example, the auto sniper from season 10, an automatic scoped weapon. We have the scoped AR, the thermal scoped AR, and the scoped revolver, and the semi-auto sniper that all do the same thing as this. And most of them do it better than the auto sniper. So we do not need the auto sniper. What else? The scoped revolver from season 7, a long-range scoped pistol. We already have the deagle and all the other scoped weapons that I mentioned before. So what's the point of the scoped revolver? There isn't any. Now let's talk about some more recent examples of weapons that have absolutely no point to them. One somewhat recent example is the lever shotgun, a fast-paced 6-shot shotgun. But we already have the tac and the combat, which do the same exact thing, and they're both better than the lever shotgun. The tac and the combat both having 8 shots and they do more damage, which gives the lever no point to exist. The combat assault rifle is another one of those weapons that are just duplicates of another. This being pretty much a duplicate of the tactical assault rifle, an accurate assault rifle with pristine fire rate. The TAC AR did that too back in season 9, so there is no reason for 2 weapons to exist that do the same exact thing. Now for one that really grinds my gears. The striker pump versus the normal pump. They both do literally the exact same fucking thing. So just keep the spaz in the game and don't waste your time adding duplicate weapons. Same with the auto shotgun. Just add back the tac instead of adding a weapon that does the exact same fucking thing. Now for a very recent example that absolutely infuriates me is the Maven auto shotgun. It's the tac, but worse! Less ammo capacity, less damage, and a slower fire rate. What were they trying to achieve with this weapon? Nobody fucking knows!
Huh? 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 Huh?
And I could say the same thing with the Thunder Shotgun. It's just a pump with a rectangle crosshair that eats up your ammo faster and reloads slower than a goddamn snail. Just add back the pump and everything will be fine. What were they trying to achieve with this shit? Now, with all that out of the way, if you notice any other anomalies like this that I didn't mention, help me prove my point and comment it down below. Now, why would Epic do this? Why would Epic just take already existing weapons, slap a different weapon model on them, and say it's brand new? One reason that I like to go by is that Epic is trying to make it seem like they're actually working on and changing the weapon meta, even though they're not. Just like in Chapter 1 and 2 with the pump and the tac, nothing changed in Chapter 3 with the striker and the auto. If you wanted high impact damage, you used the striker. And if you wanted consistent damage with a faster fire rate, you'd use the auto. Exactly how it went in Chapter 1 and 2, with the pumps and the tacs. So what could Epic do to reduce the amount of duplicate weapons? The biggest thing they could do is make changes to older weapons. Let's put this into perspective. There are 17 shotguns in the game. 6 of them have a viable reason to exist because they are all unique from one another. Those being the pump, tac, combat, ranger, drum, and the double barrel. All of these weapons are unique and are all effective in game. The other 11 shotguns have absolutely no reason to be used in game. Instead of adding new weapons that do the same thing as these 6, make changes to older weapons. The prime shotgun, for example, is gimmicky garbage. Maybe rework it and add it back. Same with the heavy shotgun. Change that weapon up a bit too, because right now it sucks. They recently unvaulted it and it is terrible. The striker and the auto are just the pump and the tac, but with a different model. So maybe change them so they're not duplicate weapons. The Dragon's Breath shotgun is just a double barrel shotgun, but with a single shot that eats up more ammo. But the fire part is cool. Change up the actual mechanics of the gun and make this thing unique. And I could keep going too. The lever is just the tac, but worse. Make the lever shotgun a fast-firing unit like they're depicted in the Old West. The 2-shot shotgun is just bad. Maybe add a select fire option and make it single fire when you want and double fire when you want. The Maven is T-Rash, but I feel like they can change this thing up to make it cool. The Charge is also just a pain to use. Look, you see where I'm going with this. And I'm only doing this with shotguns because shotguns are one of the most important weapons in the game. I could keep going on about assault rifles, snipers, SMGs, and even some pistols that would be cool if they weren't just copies of older weapons. So most likely Epic isn't watching this, but if for some reason they are, try this out with some weapons a few seasons from now, and I think a lot of players will really enjoy the change.